Hi, Intro to Mass Communication students, and welcome to week 3. I want to begin this week by introducing someone to you. This is Stewie. I mentioned him in an earlier video. He's my puppy. He's really one of my best friends and a great companion um, and a great inspiration to get me out walking and to be meeting my neighbors. So it's really important that we all have our outlets, and Stewie is one of mine. He's super cute and he's a really good boy, but sometimes when he's watching me work, he will bark. And so if you hear any barking in the background, this is the guy you can blame. So you may hear from Stewie in future weeks. Okay, so moving on from that. In week 3, we are going to spend some time talking about some very interesting topics that I think will really all of us can relate to. And the first part will be the history of films and movies, and also talking about television. And so you can think about growing up and some of your favorite films and TV shows and why you enjoyed them. And also think about the evolution of film and TV even in your life. So we will be charting all the way from silent movies, going back up until some current films. And when you're writing your viewpoint, I hope you will consider sharing with us some of your favorite films and movies and TV shows, and telling us why. And so it's really important when you're writing a review to not only tell us your opinion, but to tell us what you're basing it on. And so thinking critically about that. So I think it'll be a really fun week for you to be writing and sharing in discussion board. In addition, we're going to be talking about the First Amendment. And you'll remember last week when we were talking about books, the problems with book banning, people being very critical of certain books throughout history came up. And this time we're going to be talking about free speech and the First Amendment, and that's a natural follow-up from that book discussion. Because the First Amendment, and if you haven't read it, or maybe it's been a while since you have, really is the foundation of our democracy. And that free speech and the reason why it exists and the reason why the media is mentioned in the First Amendment as having that power to be able to criticize our government, to be able to call people out on injustices, is because a democracy is really based on the free exchange of ideas. And so whether or not we agree with each other, we do all have the right to be able to express our opinions. Now, you'll probably want to think about what constitutes free speech versus, for example, hate speech. And there's been a lot of examples in the media lately, and there's free speech is often challenged. It's been a very hot topic on college campuses nationwide. So it's a great topic for us to be discussing as we talk about the history of mass media, but also the important role that free speech and the First Amendment plays in democracy. So I think it's a really interesting week. We can have some really great discussions. And so I hope you will enjoy taking a look at this and watching some of the video clips and probably some films that you've seen, but you might look at them in a new light based on what you learned this week. So good luck. Remember to go back and review your classmates' viewpoints from the week before. And I hope you're finding your way around Blackboard and Launchpad. And again, let me know how I can help you.